Hi, St. Anthony students and staff. It's Ms. K. I am here to tell you about what is expected of everyone in the lunchroom and in recess. It is one of our favorite parts of the day. We know it is really important and valuable to each of you. So we want to make sure that you know what's expected of you so you can have the most fun with your classmates and friends. First of all, when you get to the lunchroom, you are going to sit quietly at your assigned table. Go ahead and talk to your friends at the table. We just want to keep that volume at like level 3 or 4. As those of you who have been here before know, on one side of the lunchroom is one grade, on the other side of the lunchroom is the other grade. And we are having assigned seats for the first few weeks of school. Once we get the lunch expectations down, we will let students sit where they want as long as we, try to keep that one grade on one side, one grade on the other. At the start of lunch, Ms. Schwintek or Ms. Ronkin or Ms. Nettleton will read the menu out loud. And once that's done, we will go around and dismiss tables so you can go to the lunchroom. As I said, for the start of the school year, students are going to sit in assigned seats. And so you will be with your learning lab classmates. Your teachers will walk you down there. I know it's going to feel very babyish, but we really have to figure out how do we make that lunchroom a really safe and welcoming place, and also a place that really honors the hard work of the food service team that feeds us. So you'll sit with your learning lab, and as that last bullet says, it'll give you a chance to meet the people in your learning lab. And it's not going to be for the whole year, but I think it'll be a strong way to start the year. You can pause this slide and see where your class are. Hold on, I got to move my face. I can't move my face. So mixed purine, you have the first 3 tables when you walk into the lunchroom. But teachers pause this if you have lunch A, so your students can see where they're going to be sitting. And for the first few days, we'll have teachers bring students down. And this is lunch B. Same thing, Ms. Diggins. Your learning lab will have the first 3 classes when you enter. My face is covering the last table. Lunch B. Teachers, pause this so you can see where you are. All right, so you come in, you're with your learning lab classmates. The menu has been read out loud, and now staff are starting to dismiss you to the lunch line. Please, please walk to the lunch line of your choice. When you get in the food service lines, we will be directing students to where the different choices are. But it's really important that you're walking and your hands are to yourself. Use manners. Our amazing nutrition services staff work so hard to feed over 1,000 students a day. So please just make sure to be kind and pause and say thank you and please. And if you look, this year they're going to have their names. And so you could say, thank you, Ms. Mary, or whatever is on the nameplate. Once you have your lunch, you go to the end of the food service line, type in your PIN, say your name, and you return to your table. It's really important that we get this right this year because it caused some tricky situations last year. Every single student in our school gets 1 free breakfast and 1 free lunch. If you want a second meal, or if you want to purchase an a la carte item like a burger or a side of fries, you have to check in with one of the Sam's staff to see if you can make a purchase. If you have a 0 balance on your lunch account or a negative balance on your lunch account, we are not going to let you make that purchase for the second meal or the a la carte meal. It's 1 free lunch. Now, if your family puts money in your lunch account, you will be able to make purchases, but only if that balance is above zero. To get a free lunch, you have to take 3 of the 5 components. Otherwise, you're charged for the specific things and the meal isn't free. So, of the 5 components, you have to have 3: protein, grain, fruit, vegetable, milk. Now, some of those components, like cheese pizza, could count for 2 of them. But if you look at that last bullet, at least one of the 3 components needs to be a fruit or a vegetable. Big, important expectation that we are going to start to monitor this year. You may only buy yourself food. Do not buy food for your friends and your classmates. Just trust us. It gets too complicated. It gets too tricky to navigate. If someone is hungry and they do not have food or money in their account, the fruits and vegetables in the salad bar are all you can eat. So that's how we are going to make sure all students have full bellies, because all the vegetables and fruit are all you can eat. All right, so you've made your purchase, or maybe you brought a home lunch. It's time to eat. We want you to eat and laugh and have fun and be kind to one another. When you are done with your food, throw it away. Sometimes we walk around with the trash bins. Get the trash in there. We do not want tables left with food on it. If you need to go to the bathroom while you're eating, check with the staff members by the double doors. We only let students go one at a time. Here's just a table explaining what happens if you don't meet expectations. If you are sitting on the long tables and your back is against the table and your legs are in the aisle, we're going to ask you to turn around so that it's safe for people to get through. If you're running in the lunchroom, you'll probably be asked to eat in the main office for the rest of lunch and maybe the next lunch, because we just can't have that kind of silliness in the lunchroom. If you throw food, big problem. You will not be able to do recess. We'll come up with another way for you to get some movement and exercise, and you'll probably be out of the lunchroom for an entire week. If you leave a mess or you make a mess, friends, keep in mind, we have cameras so we can see this stuff. If someone at your table makes a mess, even, there is a chance your whole table is going to have to stay inside and be the lunchroom cleanup crew for the remainder of the week, or going into the next week if it's later in the week. If you skip recess and wander the hallways, we're going to make sure to keep an eye on you and put you at an assigned lunch table for the rest of the week, or until we feel like you've earned your freedom back. These expectations are not to ruin your life. We are trying to feed 450 middle schoolers, and we really need your cooperation to make it go smoothly. When it's time for recess, throw your trash away, raise your hand. A staff member will come over, make sure your table is clean, and off you go. If it's not raining hard or freezing cold, we head outside for the last 10 minutes. You do not have to go outside for the recess part, but you do need to walk outside back into Sam's. Those of you who are returning know that we've got recess equipment. You can check it out by the shed that's right outside the doors, but you have to return it. Do not kick it up on the roof. Don't get silly with it. Really kind, generous people have purchased this equipment for us, and we want to be grateful by taking good care of it. 10 minutes, you're going to start to hear a whistle, or someone like me will be bellowing, come on in, and that's time where you hustle inside. If the teachers pause on this slide, you can see the recess boundaries. We don't have a ton of time, so we need all of the students to stay within those red boundaries. It is not appropriate to go on Palm Porch or down the hill so far that we can't see you, or over behind the high school. Short recess. We need to keep an eye on everyone. Stay within these boundaries. And now I'm going to turn myself off and give your Learning Lab a moment to watch this school lunch video. Thanks, everyone. Lunch is supposed to be really fun. We want it to be, and we just need your help to making sure that's the case. All right, go Huskies.